So the initial work in that area of the choice paralysis was a really famous study by Iyengar and Lepper. And what they did, just so people know what the concept is, they set up a stall selling jam in a fancy supermarket called Drager's somewhere in, I think, the West Coast. And sometimes that stall sold 6 varieties, sometimes that stall sold 24 varieties of jam. And the headline finding was people were more likely to stop at the stall that sold 24 varieties of jam, which kind of seems logical. You know, the more varieties you have, the more likely someone's favourite flavour is going to be there. The counterintuitive finding was that if you went to sales rather than stopping rates as your metric, well, in that case, even though more people had stopped at the broader variety table, when it came to sales, more people bought from the restricted variety table. And it was of the order of about tenfold greater sales. And that was the original experiment. And it got a super large amount of traction when it was first published. But then in a few years later, there was a little bit of skepticism because a couple of other people tried to rerun this study in a different setting, maybe a different category, different retailers, and they didn't find the same results. So